other organisms. 82. In the limestone depressions of cypress swamps, alligator holes tend to be large and deep, while those in marl prairies and rocky glades are usually small and shallow, and those in peak depressions of ridge and slough wetlands are more variable. 83. A young American alligator preying on a bullfrog. American alligator in the Everglades prey. Bite and mastication. The teeth of the American alligator are designed to grip prey, but can trip or chew flesh like teeth of some other predators, such as canids and flids, and depend on their gizzard, instead, to masticate their food. The American alligator is capable of biting through a turtle's shell or a moderately sized mammal bone. 84. Tool use. American alligators have been documented using lures to hunt prey such as birds. 85. This means they are among the first reptiles recorded to use tools. By balancing sticks and branches on their heads, American alligators are able to lure birds looking for suitable nesting material to kill and consume. This strategy, which is shared by the mugger crocodile, is particularly effective during the nesting season, in which birds are more likely to gather appropriate nesting materials. 86. This strategy has been documented in two Florida zoos, occurring multiple times a day in peak nesting season and in some parks in Louisiana. The use of tools was documented primarily during the peak rookery season, when birds were primarily looking for sticks. 87. Aquatic vs terrestrial. Fish and other aquatic prey taken in the water or at the water's edge form the major part of American alligators' diet and may be eaten at any time of the day or night. Adult American alligators also spend considerable time hunting on land up to 160 feet, 50 m, from water, ambushing terrestrial animals on trail sides and road shoulders. Usually, terrestrial hunting occurs on nights with warm temperatures. 88. When hunting terrestrial prey, American alligators may also ambush them from the edge of the water by grabbing them and pulling the prey into the water, the preferred method of predation of larger crocodiles. 24. American alligator about to eat a crab. An American alligator in the process of consuming a freshwater turtle. Additionally, American alligators have recently been filmed and documented killing and eating sharks and rays. 4 incidents documented indicated that bonafide, lemon sharks, Atlantic stingrays, and nurse sharks are components of the animal's diet. Sharks are also known to prey on American alligators, in turn, indicating that encounters between the two predators are common. 89, 90, common. American alligators are considered an apex predator throughout their range. They are opportunists and their diet is determined largely by both their size and age and the size and availability of prey. Most American alligators eat a wider variety of animals, including invertebrates, fish, birds, turtles, snakes, amphibians, and mammals. Hatchlings mostly feed on invertebrates such as insects, insect larvae, snails, spiders, and worms, as well as small fish and frogs. 91, 92. As they grow, American alligators gradually expand to larger prey. Once an American alligator reaches full size and power in adulthood, an animal living in the water or coming to the water to drink is potential prey. Most animals captured by American alligators are considerably smaller than itself. 26. A few examples of animals consumed are largemouth bass, spottiger, freshwater pearl mussels, American green tree frogs, yellow mud turtles, cottonmouths, common moorhens, and feral wild boars. 91. Stomach contents show, among native mammals, muskrats and raccoons are some of the most commonly eaten species. 93. In Louisiana, where introduced nutria are common, they are perhaps the most regular prey for adult American alligators, although only larger adults commonly eat this species. 94, 93. It has also been reported that large American alligators prey on medium-sized American alligators, which had preyed on hatchlings and smaller juveniles. 95. If an American alligator's primary food resource is not available, it will sometimes feed on carrion and non-prey items such as rocks and artificial objects, like bottle caps. These items help the American alligator in the process of digestion by crushing up the meat and bones of animals, especially animals with shells. 91. Large animals. Other animals may occasionally be eaten, even large deer or feral wild boars, but these are not normally part of the diet. American alligators occasionally prey on large mammals, such as deer, but usually do so when fish and smaller prey levels go down. 96. Rarely, American alligators have been observed killing and eating bobcats, but such events are not common and have little effect on bobcat populations. 97. 98. Although American alligators have been listed as predators of the nilgai and the West Indian manatees, very little evidence exists of such predation. 99. In the 2000s, when invasive Burmese pythons first occupied the Everglades, American alligators have been recorded preying on sizable snakes, possibly controlling populations and preventing the invasive species from spreading northwards. 100. However, the python is also known to occasionally prey on alligators, a form of both competition and predation. 101. American alligator predation on Florida panthers is rare, but has been documented. Such incidents usually involve a panther trying to cross a waterway or coming down to a swamp or river to get a drink. 102. American alligator predation on American black bears has also been recorded. 103, 104, 105. Domestic animals. Occasionally, domestic animals, including dogs, cats, and calves, are taken as available, but are secondary to wild and full prey. 26. Other prey, including snakes, lizards, and various invertebrates, are eaten occasionally by adults. 24. Birds. Water birds, such as herons, egrets, storks, waterfowl and large dabbling rails such as galling mules or coots, are taken when possible. Occasionally, unwary adult birds are grabbed and eaten by American alligators, but most predation on bird species occurs with unsteady fledgling birds in late summer, as fledgling birds attempt to make their first flights near the water's edge. 24. Fruit. In 2013, American alligators and other crocodilians were reported to also eat fruit. 106. Such behavior has been witnessed, as well as documented from stomach contents, with the American alligators eating such fruit as wild grapes, elderberries, and citrus fruits directly from the trees. 34 families and 46 genera of plants were represented among seeds and fruits found in the stomach contents of alligators. 107. The discovery of this unexpected part of the American alligator diet further reveals that they may be responsible for spreading seeds from the fruit they consume across their habitat. 108. Cooperative hunting. Additionally, American alligators engage in what seems to be cooperative hunting. 109, 110. One observation of cooperative hunting techniques was where they are pushing American alligators and catching American alligators, and they were observed taking turns in each position. Another observation said that about 60 American alligators gathered in an area and would form a semicircle with about half of them and would push the fish closer to the bank. Once one of the American alligators caught a fish, another one would enter into its spot, and it would take the fish to the resting area. This was reported to have occurred 2 days in a row. 111. In Florida and East Texas. The diet of adult American alligators from central Florida lakes is dominated by fish, but the species is highly opportunistically based upon local availability. In Lake Griffin, fish made up 54% of the diet by weight, with catfish being most commonly consumed, while in Lake Apopka, fish made up 90% of the food and mostly shad were taken. In Lake Woodruff, the diet was 84% fish and largely consists of bass and sunfish. Unusually in these regions, reptiles and amphibians were the most important non-piscivore prey, mostly turtles and water snakes. 112. In southern Louisiana, crustaceans, largely crawfish and crabs, were found to be present in the southeastern American alligators but largely absent in southwestern American alligators, which consumed a relatively high proportion of reptiles, although fish were the most recorded prey for adults, and adult males consumed a large portion of mammals. 113. In East Texas, diets were diverse and adult American alligators took mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and invertebrates, for example snails, in often equal measure as they did fish. 114. Vocalizations. Alligator bellow, oak /vorbis format. Another alligator bellow, oak /vorbis format. Alligator hiss, oak /vorbis format. Problems playing these files. See media help. Mechanism. An American alligator is able to abduct and adduct the vocal folds of its larynx, but not to elongate or shorten them, yet in spite of this, it can modulate fundamental frequency very well. 115. Their vocal folds consists of epithelium, lamina propria and muscle. Sounds ranged from 50 to 1200 Hz. In one experiment conducted on the larynx, the fundamental frequency depended on both the glottal gap and stiffness of the larynx tissues. As the frequency increases, there's high tension and large strains. The fundamental frequency has been influenced by the glottal gap size and subglottal pressure, and when the phonation threshold pressure has been exceeded, there will be vocal fold vibration. 116. Calls. Crocodilians are the most vocal of all non-avian reptiles and have a variety of different calls depending on the age, size, and sex of the animal. 117. The American alligator can perform specific vocalizations to declare territory, signal distress, threaten competitors, and locate suitable mates. Juveniles can perform a high-pitched hatchling call, a yelping trait common to many crocodilian species hatchling young. 118. To alert their mothers when they are ready to emerge from the nest. Juveniles also make a distress call to alert their mothers if they are being threatened. Adult American alligators can growl, hiss, or cough to threaten others and declare territory. Bellowing. Both males and females bellow loudly by sucking air into their lungs and blowing it out in intermittent, deep tone draws to attract mates and declare territory. 119. Males are known to use infrasound during mating bellows. Bellowing is performed in a head oblique, tail-arched posture. Infrasonic waves from a bellowing male can cause the surface of water directly over and to either side of his back to literally sprinkle. 120. In what is commonly called the water dance. 121. Large bellowing choruses of American alligators during the breeding season are commonly initiated by females and perpetuated by males. 122. Observers of large bellowing choruses have noted they are often felt more than they are heard due to the intense infrasound emitted by males. American alligators bellow in B-flat, specifically B1 defined as an audio frequency of 58.27 Hz. And bellowing choruses can be induced by tuba players, sonic booms, and large aircraft. 123. Lifespan. American alligators typically live to the age of 50, and possibly over 70 years old. Males reach sexual maturity at around 11.6 years, and females at around 15.8 years. Although it was originally thought that American alligators never stop growing, Studies have now found that males stop growing at around the age of 43 years, and females stop growing at around the age of 31 years. 51. Reproduction. Nest and young in Florida breeding season. The breeding season begins in the spring. On spring nights, American alligators gather in large numbers for group courtship, in the aforementioned water dances. 124. The female builds a nest of vegetation, sticks, leaves, and mud in a sheltered spot in or near the water. Eggs